Welcome to the second video in our series on the 4Ds of navigation. In this video we'll be looking at distance and duration. If we know how far our journey will be, we should be able to either use timing to work out when we've gone the right distance, or even measure the distance on the ground using pacing, counting our steps. These are both really useful techniques. It helps you to recognise when you've overshot your target, gone too far, and even if you've gone in the wrong direction. For instance, if I know that I should be travelling for 5 minutes and I've gone for 7 minutes and not hit my target, it's probably a clue to say something's gone wrong in some way and I need to recheck and start again. On this 1 to 2,500 scale map, 1 millimetre on the map represents 2.5 metres in real life on the ground. If we measure from here, in the centre of the roundabout, to the track junction here, we can see that it's 40 millimetres, or 100 metres in reality. Here's a larger scale 1 to 25,000 map. On this map, 1 millimetre represents 25 metres in real life. It's a little harder to make out, but here's the roundabout, and here's the track junction, 4 millimetres apart, or 100 metres in reality again. A decent walking compass should even have a tool to help you with distance measurement without having to do maths in the great outdoors. The Romer scale, here on the edge of the compass, is divided up into blocks of 50 metres, so I can simply measure between the lines. A decent average walking pace is about 4 kilometres an hour. So what that means is that for every 100 metres that we walk, it should take about 1.5 minutes. So I reckon that 100 metres from the roundabout to the track junction should take me about 1.5 minutes. The roundabout's just across here, so let's give it a go. So we've measured that distance at 100 metres, said it should take us 1.5 minutes. I think a stopwatch is a great thing to have in the outdoors. We'll set that going and see how we go. So here we are at the junction, and that's just over 1.5 minutes, so only a few seconds out. So it's not absolutely spot on to the second, but it's pretty close. It's a really useful tool to use, and I find that not many people use it as often as they should do. It's simple to do if you have a stopwatch, and it really helps you to keep track of your day as you're out travelling. So timing, use it. Another way of measuring distance on the ground is by pacing or counting steps. If you know how many steps you use to walk 100 metres, you can fairly accurately measure distance, particularly on flat ground. So I know that I take 65 double steps, by which I mean I count every second step, to walk 100 metres. We know it's 100 metres here to this junction, so it should be 65 steps back to that roundabout. Let's give it a go. And that's 65 steps for me. As you can see, I'm a little bit short. I'm not quite where we started before, but that's not bad, is it? We're within a few metres by pacing out on the ground. Really useful tool. So that's a brief intro to distance and duration. When I'm teaching navigation, I often find that timing is the thing that people don't do often enough. It's a really simple tool, really useful, and it can help you out an awful lot when you're trying to find your way in the great outdoors.